Thank you very much. My name is Oguk. I am a Kenyan comrade and one of the representative of EFF, that is the Economic Freedom Fighter. So I'm actually representing the Kenyan branch. And one thing that I would want to say is that we need to unite this continent of Africa. The reason why we want to unite this continent of Africa is because of the inequalities that we are experiencing as a continent, because we still have what we call the imperialists again in our midst. So just like one of our scholars, our timely scholar, that is Mr. Julius Malema, always says that we need to be united so that we have one currency, we have one president, we have one army that is going to represent Africa. Because we can see what is currently happening in Burkina Faso, having one of the youngest president in Africa, and we can see he's doing some great job in liberating Africa. So we don't want these borders. Yes, like these names that are called Kenya were not actually, these are names that came from the West. So we need to have one continent, the borderless continent, where I'm able to go to Zimbabwe without the visas. I'm able to go to Soweto in South Africa without being asked that, where do you come from? I am black and I'm an African child who should be traversing every part of Africa without any issues to be raised at the border. Like the other day, I went to Uganda and they started judging me based on my accent, which is very wrong. Even these languages we are speaking today, they were actually imported from elsewhere. So the ideology of even developing our own language, like the Kiswahili language, is very timely, and we need to start developing such things because it is very, very important. The other day, one thing that really triggered me to come out boldly and address such issues is where we have some capitalists in the name of Elon Musk actually criminalizing some of our comrades like Julius Malema by simply telling the United States of America to sanction him as an international criminal. So we ask ourselves, are we children of Eliza God? Because it is a question that is raising a lot of issues in Africa, because we need to be liberated. So this is how they actually assassinated the comrade of Egypt, of Libya, I mean, that is Muammar Gaddafi. And the same way they are now criminalizing the likes of Julius Malema by purporting to call them names. And one thing that we want to send, one message that we want to send to the West is that Africa should be free, and we are no longer the colonies of the British and the French, and therefore we need to be free, just like our forefathers said, that is Mr. Mugabe, that Africa should be free, and we are also supporting the idea as young people. Therefore, one thing that I'm requesting our young leaders, like the likes of Babu Owino, we have Ibrahim Traore, who is now being considered as an African president, is that we come together, we see how we can liberate this continent, because we are experiencing a lot of issues. You can see in Congo, that is Goma, the M23, we have a problem in Congo, which is one of the richest countries in Africa. And in fact, the participation of the UN in that country, the motive is not bringing the issue of bringing peace in that African country, but these soldiers are deployed there to actually exploit the natural resources that Congo has. And it's very sad to say that Congo is one of the poorest countries in the world, when there's a lot of minerals worth trillions of money, worth trillions of US dollars. So we need to have one currency, and then the exploitation of these minerals need to be centralized, where the processing should not be taken to England or wherever. We need to go write our own story. That is why I tend to concur with the president of Burkina Faso when he actually said that our shared history was actually imported from elsewhere. Because how do these people try to convince us that we are not equal? Because when they call us monkeys, that we are still evolving, that is what we are being taught in history. It's very sad. So as a comrade of an extension of the EFF in Kenya, we need to come together as the children of Mother Africa, and then we see how this problem can be sorted out, because I don't think it can be impossible. If you actually read the history, that is how our forefathers came together in 1963 in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. A declaration was made, and one of the greatest African leaders by the name the Osagyefo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, once said that our unity is our strength, and if we can unite and have one continent being led by one president, then Africa can be one of the greatest continents in the world. Thank you so much.